Okay, groundskeeper here. Just got done doing a little bit of chainsaw work with my Ryobi 40-volt chainsaw. I showed you that the other week. And today I'm going to be using my Ryobi 40-volt string trimmer instead. Now I had an Echo. I've used gas string trimmers for a long time. I had an Echo for about 20 years. I was pretty happy with it. Finally packed up after 20 years. Decided to buy another Echo. That one lasted 3 years. And that packed up. I was kind of mad when that packed up after 3 years. So I figured I'd give them one more chance. Bought the same model Echo, the Echo SR225, I believe it was. And that packed up after half a season. Saw this thing at the store and I thought, well, I'll try this. I've had some Ryobi 18-volt tools and they work pretty well. Never really tried the 40-volt before. This is what got me into the 40-volt tool set. And I figured, well, that can't go wrong. I'll give it a shot. Can't be any worse than like lasting half a season. And so far, this thing's held up pretty good. It's lasted about a season and a half. It's the Expand It attachment brand. They make lots of different tools that you can take this apart. It comes apart pretty easy. It's got a little knob right there and a little push button right here. And then you can take it apart. It's also handy if you want to stick it in the back of your truck if it's raining or something. You don't want to have your tools out in the wet. I've had this thing in the rain a couple times. Didn't seem to affect it any, but I don't want to be pushing the limits on electric tools in the rain. So in order to put it back in, it just clicks in there like that. That little button goes through there. Pretty simple. And that's a knob to tighten it down on there. And once again, it's the same deal with as the chainsaw. It's on or off. There's the things, you're not using it, it's not running. And that's what I like about it. It's pretty well balanced. I'm a lefty, so I turn this thing around this way, but you can flip this handle around the other way if you're a righty. But and it has a high switch and a low switch here. I generally use it on the low switch because that will make the battery power last quite a bit longer. But the high switch is good for going through some tough grass and that kind of thing. The plastic shield is pretty good right there. It's got the little blade for cutting your line. It also has this speed feed head, which when your string runs out, you just line up these arrows, push some new string in, and then you can tighten the string in using this knob. They give you a little tool, but it's just as easy just to use your hand. And that's about it. Once again, it's got the battery on the back there. That slides in pretty easy. And once it's slid in like that, then it's more balanced. It feels unbalanced without the battery. You want to get the brushless motor too. They make another version of this, which is a Ryobi brushed motor, and those things tend to overheat very quickly. The brushless motor is a nicer design. As you can see, mine's been getting used and abused. It's got a little hanger on the back here if you wish to hang it vertically in your garage, but mine usually spends most of the time in the back of my truck, so that's about it. And anyway, very happy with this. It's got a little safety on the switch there, so you got to push that safety down to be able to run it. Tap and go ahead. Does a nice job. So I'm off to do a little bit of string trimming now, and I'll check back with you guys later. I approve of these tools. See ya.